Ho, ho, ho. What do you think here? Are these atheists ruining Christmas for the kids?
With only 28 shopping days until Christmas, that means, unfortunately for Bill O'Reilly, there are only 28 days left in the war on Christmas. Instead of talking about the Romney transition team, as he had so hoped to do for the next month, Bill O'Reilly, like the swallows to Capistrano, is returning this year, as he does every year, to the only war he's ever been brave enough to fight, the war on Christmas. Like all fake tough guy conservatives, Bill sat out the war of his era, the Vietnam War, but every year he bravely fights on the side of Christmas, in the war on Christmas, a war in which the body count remains zero, the injury count remains zero, and the risk of injury remains zero, which is precisely the kind of war Bill O'Reilly and other combat coward conservatives are willing to fight. Bravery is not a requirement for the troops in the war on Christmas, but crazy sure is.
Well, Christmas all over again. The Grinch is trying to steal our holiday. It's been so beautiful. The nation comes together. We sing Christmas carols. We give gifts to each other. We have lighted trees, and it's just a beautiful thing. Atheists don't like our happiness. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable. They're miserable, so they want you to be miserable. So they want to steal your holiday away from you.
Does this guy look miserable? He used to be a Christian when he was a kid, but he's been an atheist since he was 8 years old, and miserable is not the first word that comes to mind whenever I see this face. In fact, if you're feeling miserable and you're lucky enough to stumble upon Ricky Gervais on television, you have just hit upon the perfect mood adjuster.
Atheists don't like our happiness. They don't want you to be happy.
Ricky Gervais has been making people happy around the world since the first episode of The Office, the original Office, 11 years ago. 2 years ago, Ricky Gervais wrote a piece for the Wall Street Journal entitled "Why I'm an Atheist." It was published during Christmas week in 2010, and in the online comment section, Ricky was asked, "How do you plan on celebrating Christmas?"
They want to steal your holiday away from you.
Atheist Ricky Gervais' answer to how he planned to celebrate Christmas was eating and drinking too much with friends and family, celebrating life and remembering those that did but can no longer. They are not looking down on me, but they live in my mind and heart more than they ever did, probably. Some I was lucky enough to bump into on this planet of 6 billion people. Others shared much of my genetic material. One selflessly did her best for me all my life. That's what mums do, though. They do it for no other reason than love, not for reward, not for recognition. They create you from nothing. Miracle? They do those every day. No big deal. They are not worshipped. They would give their life without the promise of heaven. They teach you everything they know, yet they are not declared prophets, and you only have one. Ricky Gervais' next line says, "I am crying as I write this." That is not a miserable atheist crying. That is a loving son crying with gratitude at the memory of his mother and the size of his perpetual debt to her. He goes on to write of some specific, funny, and deeply moving memories of his mother, which I hope you will read. We will link to his piece and the comments at our website. If Ricky's been making you laugh for years, you owe him this one chance to make you cry, reading his profound appreciation and understanding of motherly love. Ricky ends his answer about how an atheist like him will celebrate Christmas by saying, "That's what's special about Christmas. It's when you visit or reminisce about the ones you love and reflect on how lucky you are. I hope you are with your loved ones at this wonderful time of year. That's what will make it wonderful. Peace to all mankind, Christian, Jew, Muslim, and atheist."
Atheists don't like our happiness. They don't want you to be happy. They want you to be miserable. They're miserable, so they want you to be miserable. So they want to steal your holiday away from you.
And what was Ricky Gervais' last line about Christmas? Peace to all mankind, Christian, Jew, Muslim, and atheist. That is something Bill O'Reilly and Pat Robertson and all their angry recruits in the war on Christmas could never say. They could never say peace to all mankind and mean it, because that would, of course, include atheists and gay people, and absolutely worst of all, gay atheists married to gay atheists. Bill O'Reilly and Pat Robertson could never say Ricky's simple Christmas wish word for word. Peace to all mankind, Christian, Jew, Muslim, and atheist. And that is why the happy atheist, Ricky Gervais, is actually more Christ-like than the Reverend Pat Robertson.